wonderful thing called our low back. Today, I'm going to be offering you breathing techniques as well as some specific stretches and movements to support our low back. Most of my clients are unaware of this, and it's something that we're going to work on in yoga. From my over a decade of doing body work as well as instructing yoga, I have noticed many clients' low back issues actually come from our hip flexors. One thing that we have been doing a lot more now this year has been sitting, which creates contraction in our hip flexors. So we're actually going to open up our hip flexors today, as well as get some nice stretches here. When our hip flexors get tight, I'm just going to share with you, when our hip flexors get tight, it begins to contract right here, and see what it does right here. It puts all this pressure right here in our lumbar spine. When our hip flexors relax, it brings length back to our lower back. Sitting for prolonged periods of time will eventually start to create this. And it's where my clients, I notice, start to get chronic low back issues, even sciatica and issues in the glutes, because sitting robs our glutes of blood supply. So today for our yoga, we're going to be exploring the low back. I don't have any essential oils for today because I want to take a lot of focus right here on the low back, as well as share with you one of my favorite oils to actually apply to the low back, which is called Deep Blue. It is an amazing oil. It comes in a rub form, which is like a lotion, and I use that a lot to massage into the back. So I'm actually going to be showing you some specific spots throughout our session today as to where I would actually massage that deep blue into those body parts. So we're actually going to be using essential oils more topically today than we would be aromatically for class. If you want to use any oils aromatically, please feel free to. And we're going to start in an easy seated position. Throughout this class, if you do have questions, whether you're listening in live or you are watching the recording, please don't hesitate to ask. The low back is something that we really do need to take care of. And a lot of people in yoga actually injure themselves transitioning from posture to posture, not in the actual posture. So today we're actually going to be also focusing on the transitions of moving from one posture to the next, making sure we're taking care of this wonderful thing called our spine. So we're going to start now in an easy seated pose. This is the first example of taking care of your low back. A lot of times when people just sit in traditional cross-legged, especially if you have tight groin muscles or tight inner thighs, it's going to make you hunch forward like so. The best way to release this is to get a pillow or to get a blanket and sit on the edge. When you do that, if you notice, it brings the length back to the low back. It allows you to sit up taller. For some people, if you are very tight right here in your hips, you might need several pillows. That's totally okay. Some other of my clients will sit sometimes with one leg out instead of cross-legged. Some clients will sit with both legs out. And I also have certain clients that when they're doing the breathing work, they sit in a chair or they actually sit up against a wall. You always want to make sure you're taking care of this. In yoga, a lot when I'm teaching, I'll start to see my students begin to go like this. So if you don't feel like you are able to sit up tall, find props or things to use to allow yourself to get the relief and the length that the back should have. So we're going to find our way to easy seated pose and just take a couple nice deep breaths. We're going to be doing a little bit more of some self-reiki or self-love with your hands today versus some deep breaths. So for a moment, we'll just breathe in center, and then we'll move into that and then get flowing in our class. Closing the eyes, just allow the spine to lengthen. I want you to even imagine like your tailbone is slightly tucking under. Feel the length in your low back, and notice how that reverberates all the way up your spine as you feel long in your upper back and your neck. You feel the face relaxed. The space in between your eyebrows has softened. And allow yourself to just for a moment connect to your breath. And as you breathe in through the nose, begin to feel the belly expand like you're filling a balloon with air. And as you breathe out through the nose, feel that belly relaxing. Breathing in through the nose, belly expands. And breathing out through the nose, belly relaxes. Begin this gentle flow of inhaling and exhaling, finding connection to breath. As you're breathing here, you might begin to notice your back body begins to open up, feeling the length, feel the openness. Start to even feel the back of your ribs open with your breath. And then just allow your breath to just be in the flow. As you begin to bring your hands together, start to rub your hands. Now, as you're rubbing your hands, I want you to imagine that this friction you're feeling that's generating heat is really your connection to your own healing energy that you have access to. And imagine you're generating your light and love energy right in between your hands. Feeling that warmth begin to manifest. And then once you feel that nice and warmth, I want you to bring your hands just slightly apart. You should feel a little buzzy sensation. This is the energy that you've activated in between these hands. And with your intention as this being healing energy, I want you to place these hands right on your low back. Almost feel that buzzing now, vibrating into your back. Feeling that connection to energy and body. Thanking this part of your body for all that it does for you. And then slowly releasing hands as they come to heart center. Thumbs rest against sternum. And just setting an intention for your practice today. Could be a word that helps you stay present, or focus on how you would like to feel after class. And we'll seal these intentions together with a nice full breath. So for a moment, landing on that intention. Now sealing this intention with a breath, taking a breath in. And exhale, head moves towards the hands. Mind and heart honor and acknowledge this intention. With chin to chest and hands to thighs, just begin a few gentle neck rolls. We just want to open up our neck for a moment here. And then next time, chins to chest, just looking the other direction. Just feel that neck nice and long. Next time, chins to chest, pause. Inhale, squeeze shoulders up to ears. Exhale, shoulders back and down. Stack your head on your shoulders and open your eyes. Now we're gonna find our way to table position. You wanna make sure that your shoulders are directly over your wrists, hips are directly over your knees. You wanna spread your fingers nice and wide. On an inhale, the tailbone shines up, belly to mat, gaze up. Now this is where you wanna feel this nice deep stretch. We're actually gonna hold cat-cow for a couple breaths. With this one, you're obviously contracting your low back, but we wanna stretch right here. Stretch that core, stretch that belly. Nice deep stretches. And then on an exhale, I want you to tuck your tail, slowly, slowly, slowly cat arch. And then take some nice deep breaths here. In this position, you're stretching now your back. If you squeeze your navel in, you'll get a deeper stretch. Let your head and neck relax. Nice deep breaths here. And then inhale, again, flow back through. And exhale, tuck that tail, squeeze in. Nice deep stretch. Inhale flows you back through. And exhale, feel the stretch. Inhale. And exhale. One more like that. And exhale. And now come on back to a neutral spine. We're going to do some barrel rolls now to get the size of our torso stretching as well. So you're going to take your right ribs out, come up, you're almost in the cat arch, then the ribs go to the left, then you come down into your cow, and then keep on moving. Imagine like your torso is like a spatula, scraping out the side of a jar, of the inside of it. Feeling that stretch. Next time that you come on down into your cow, I want you to just reverse direction. So ribs go out to the left, then they come up, 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 cat arch, out to the right, down, down, down. And just moving this way. Now, as much as possible, your arms and your legs are obviously going to move a little, but you want to try and isolate as much as you can so that you can really feel that stretch of your ribs. All right, we'll go one more time around. And then come on back, neutral spine. From here, we're gonna tuck our toes under. You're gonna bring seat to feet. You're gonna extend the arms long. We're in puppy dog. You wanna rest your forehead down. I like to tip my fingers, but you can bring your hands down and take some nice deep breaths. Now we're getting a shoulder stretch here. Feeling the stretch, breathing in. And then coming on back up. So feel that stretch as we're going to go into it right after we do some balancing. So core strength protects low back. So we're going to balance a little to get our core active to protect that low back. But before we do, we're going to take our right leg out and just for a moment pulse that leg. As you're pulsing here, just feel the back of the leg stretching. And then we're going to start to activate our core. So this is where you want to feel long and strong in your torso. You zip up your lower core and you hug in your upper core. Almost like you have an imaginary corset around you where it's long and strong. With that activation, lift your right leg up. Now this is where people might start to feel a tweak in their low back. If you lift it too high and you feel the tweak, take it down a little bit and zip up and then see if you can lift a little more. Never going higher than the hip as that'll put pressure on your low back. This is a lower core activation here with the balancing. If you want to take it more, you take your left hand out, thumbs face up. Take some nice deep breaths here. We're going to tap down and feel that lower abdominal working the body. So deep breath in, exhale, tap. Right here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Use your core. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Two more. And tap. Last one. And tap. Coming on back. Find your way, table position, and then left leg out. Pulse for a moment. Nice deep breaths here. And now feel that activation. Zip up. Hug in. Feel long and strong here. Then lift that leg up. Remember, activate here. Zip up. You can take your right arm out to advance it. Thumb up. To advance it more, follow me. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, tap. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. And come on down. And now puppy dog again. Give yourself a nice stretch. Nice deep breaths here. All right, now we're gonna find our way to down dog. So spread your fingers, move up and back to your first down dog of the day. So want those active yogi hands, feet should be at least hip socket width apart, and then take your dog for a little walk. And now relax your head and neck, so you should be looking at your upper thighs somewhere. And then coming into stillness and down dog, take a nice deep breath in. Side out, one more. Now a little bend in your knees, walk your feet to meet your hands. Spread your toes like you spread your fingers now. Shake your head out, yes and no, feel it relax. And now round up one vertebra at a time. Use your core strength here to really feel your vertebra stacking all the way up. Your shoulders roll up, back, and down. And we are in mountain pose. Inhale, arms rise, palms touch. Exhale, heart center, your intention. We're gonna do 2 flows of sun salutes. So inhale, rise, clasp your right wrist, exhale, side stretch. Inhale, rise, reverse your clasp. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, rise, and exhale, folding forward. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step yourself back. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. Walking feet to meet the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, straight spine, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. And then rounding all the way up. Coming on back up. Shoulders roll up, back and down. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, your intention. Inhale, rise, clasp your right wrist. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, rise, reverse the clasp and side stretch. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, straight spine. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands. Now step the right foot back and lower this right knee down. You can untuck the toes if it doesn't sickle, or if you don't need a little extra balance. Now we're gonna hold here. This is where you can get props if you need a little extra height, or you can come on up, just leaning onto your front thigh but not hunching. We're giving these right hip flexors a nice stretch. Remember what I said, tight hip flexors can cause a lot of low back issues. So you can stay down and you can come on up, whatever works for you. Take some nice deep breaths here. Feel the hip flexor stretching. I almost imagine when I'm doing yoga that's about releasing tension, that my breath is massaging that tension right away from that area of the body. So feeling that release. All right, now we're gonna actually move into a pose. So some of you might wanna stay where you're at and just do the deep stretch. The rest of us, if you wanna tuck the toes under for a little balance, we're gonna rise on up. Nice deep breaths here. Now activate right here. Zip up. Nice deep breaths. Now if you feel like you're balanced enough, you can untuck your toes. Press this left big toe down for balance. Nice breath in. Nice breath out. If this is bothering your shoulders, heart center is an option. Nice breath in. And breath out. One more. And exhale, plant those hands. Now you're gonna extend that back leg up so that you can step it forward. Inhale, straight spine, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step that left foot back, and now we're lowering. Now we're stretching for a moment here, so just feel the stretch. Tucked or untucked toes, your preference, and you can even rise up. Nice deep breaths in and out. Now you're still activating your lower core, zipping it up, but really feel yourself breathing in to this left hip flexor area. Nice deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Breath in, breath out. Feel the connection to breath. One more nice deep breath in. And then exhale, plant those hands. From here, those back toes tuck under. If you want more balance, and we're rising up now. You can untuck if you don't need it. And hands, remember, can come to heart center. Take some nice deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Nice breaths. Push your right big toe for balance. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And exhale down. Plant those back feet, lift that leg, step forward, forward fold. Shake that head out, yes and no. Nice deep breath here. Inhale, straight spine, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. And now step your back, downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. From here, you're going to take your right leg up. You're going to stack your hips. So you're going to bend the knee and then stack on up. We're giving our right side a nice stretch. Now pull your right shoulder down in case it came up. You want shoulders in alignment. You can even roll your ankle a little. And feel this nice stretch in the front of your body. This is a abdominal and a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. The head and neck is nice and relaxed. Nice deep breaths here. One more inhale. And then exhale. Plant that foot. Downward dog. Get settled back in. Lift that left leg. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Square those shoulders if they unsquared. Nice deep breaths. You can even roll the ankle a little. Feel the stretch in your left hip flexors. Nice deep breaths in. And then coming on back down. Downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now walk your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, fold. And again, we're rounding all the way up. Stacking, stacking, stacking. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, rise, and exhale, heart center your intention. Inhale, rise, clasp your right wrist. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, rise, reverse your clasp. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, rise, and now exhale, hands to hips. You're gonna step your right foot back and spin the back heel down. We're in warrior one, so we want heel alignment. Make sure you can see your big toe. And then square your shoulders. Heart center or rise all the way up, your preference. Let's take some nice deep breaths here. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Feel the stretch here. One more nice deep breath in. And an exhale. Hands plant, step your way back. Shake your head out, yes and no. And then planting the left foot, you're gonna extend the right leg. We're coming into standing split. With a standing split, we're gonna actually open the hip this time so we can get a hip flexor stretch. You're gonna keep your left hand where it is. You're gonna allow the body to stretch. Find a focal point on the floor that you can look at. Push your left big toe down. Now see if you can balance a little. See if you can grab that left calf. I like to point my right toes. Feel the left leg. And then you can see if you can grab with both hands. Find your focal point. Use your core here. And then one more breath in. And then come on back. Shake it out, yes and no. All right, inhale, straight spine. Exhale, fold. And then rounding up. Feel the spine stack. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, rise, clasp your right. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, rise, reverse your clasp. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, rise, and now hands to hips. Left foot steps back, spin that back heel down. Warrior one on the other side. Remember your alignment from the ground up. Heel, heel, big toe, square. And then find the arm position that serves you. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, exhale, one more. And then exhale, lower. From here, step that foot forward. All right, so now find your foundation in your right foot. Extend the left leg, and we're gonna open our standing split today. You can even point that toe a little. Find your focal point, push your big toe down, and then see if you can balance a little. Listen to your body. Feel a little playfulness here. versus fear. One more nice deep breath in. And then exhale, sweep it forward. Shake your head out, yes and no. Inhale, straight spine, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. From here, roll all the way up, up, up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart center. Bring your hands to your hips now, and you're going to turn to face your mat so you're nice and wide. If you're not on a mat and you're on the floor, face wherever you want. We're going to be in a wide-legged fold. Then we're going to take our right toes out, and our left heel comes slightly out for triangle. We're going to keep our left hand on our hip. You're going to stretch the right as far as it goes, and then you're going to find a place right here on your leg where you're not pushing in, but your hip hasn't sunk down. The hip stays open. So that might be here for you, here, here. Just listen, keep this hip open. That's where you're going to get this nice stretch right here. Now for some of you, you're going to want to stay here. You can even rise up to full triangle if you want. And look wherever supports your neck. We're going to take some nice full deep breaths here, feeling the stretch of, some of you might even have it in your legs, and we have in our low back. Deep breath. Feel the stretch. Remember, the breath is massaging away the tension. Activate that core. Inhale, rise up. And then hands come to hips. We're just going to do triangle on the other side. So get your alignment from the ground up. And then from here, right hand on hip, inhale, left stretches. Triangle on the other side. Again, this side might be different. You might not lower at the same place. Keep this hip open. This keeps the hip open. Once you find your level where the hip stays open, if you want to rise, you can. Nice deep breaths here. Triangle on this side. Feel the stretch. Use the breath to ease any tension. 2 more breaths. Last one. Now rise up. Hands come to hips. Feet come straight again. And now inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Now allow your hands to come right underneath your shoulders. And there's a few options here. You can bend the elbows and relax. If your hands can't reach the ground, just widen your stance. You can also bring your hands right underneath you. The fingertips face the way you're looking, and relax down. Whatever fold you decide, find that connection to the floor and start to feel the feet want to roll more to the front of your feet. This will stretch your hamstrings out. We're going to take some nice deep side breaths here, and whatever forward fold you're in. Head and neck are fully relaxed. And we're going to do the let go breath. So as you breathe in, imagine the word let. You're accumulating any tension in your body that doesn't serve you. And as you breathe out, imagine the word go. And as you sigh it out, feel that tension go right out the crown of your head into the floor, allowing the floor to compost, recycling it. All right, all together. Inhale, let. Sigh it out, go. Inhale, let. Go. Let. Go. 2 more. Last one. And if your hands are in other positions, bring them back so they're under your shoulders. And from here, you're going to just step to whatever way would be the front of your mat or your space so you can lower down for child's pose. So you're going to untuck the toes now, seat to feet, extend the arms long. Now 2 options. These can be close or they can be wide apart. I think that close knees tend to stretch my back more, but listen to your body. Relax the hands. Now they're fully relaxed. Relax the forehead. And just take a couple breaths here. Nice deep breaths. Feel yourself connecting to the earth energy, the root energy, feeling supported by the ground you're on. And then rolling to either hip. You're going to bring your legs out in front of you in staff pose. And then from here, you're going to root your sits bones down. And then we're going to inhale, reach all the way up, and exhale, hinge forward. Find your stopping place when you want to round. Plant your hands there. If you have a strap, you can always place it along the balls of your feet, the hands planted. Nice deep breaths. And then coming on back up. Now from here, you're going to bend the knees, feet flat, and you're going to lower all the way down. All the way down onto your back. Now from here, you're going to hug those knees in. You're going to rock a little. And you're actually going to start to roll circles. Either direction is fine. And almost imagine like you're now massaging your sacrum on the floor. Feel as you circle, it massages. If this is too much with your legs hugged in, you can actually take both knees with each hand and circle. Give that low back a massage. And then just reverse direction. Massage the other way. Feel that low back releasing as you're massaging here. All right, and then coming on back, little hug in. And then what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna rock a little. Use your core here until you can rock up so you can support your glutes here with your hands. Now this is a pose you don't wanna look from side to side because you don't wanna injure your head or your neck area. You wanna feel like you're supported here. My hands are right on the ridge of my hips. Fingers are going down, my thumbs are wrapping around the sides. Now this is modified shoulder stand, which we're all gonna stay in. We're not gonna do full shoulder stand today because we wanna actually get the back stretch. This is gonna give you a neck stretch too. Remember, don't look from side to side. Your weight though should be pushing into your arms much more than into your neck or head. We're gonna either stay in shoulder stand, which is modified here. You can flex the feet, point, whatever feels good for you. Or we're gonna move into plow position. So with plow, you come up a little more. You gotta now, we're supporting the hands, the fingertips are at the ridges of our hips. And then we take our legs up and back. Now you might reach the floor, you might not, that's okay, wherever they are. If you wanna go wide, if that feels like a good stretch, that's great. But make sure you're still engaging your lower core. I like to keep my feet together because it helps me stay active here and get the best stretch. Now again, if you're in plow, you're much more higher. If you're in modified shoulder stand, you're lower. Whatever works for you, listen to your body. Now we're gonna take some nice deep breaths wherever you're at. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Remember, don't look from side to side. Deep breath in, and out. Deep breath in, and out. One more, and out. Wherever you're at, you're gonna slowly, slowly, slowly roll down. Hug your knees and rock a little. And then we're transitioning into happy baby, so your feet come nice and wide. Either you grab the outsides of your thighs here, or you grab the outsides of your legs. If you grab the inside, it actually affects the way that the legs can open up at your hip sockets, so it's better to grab the outside. Nice deep breaths. You can even rock here. You'll feel this releasing your hips, as well as releasing your low back. Take some nice deep breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel the body surrendering here. You can even go into a little more of a meditative state as this is our final pose before Shavasana. So you can even close the eyes. You can welcome in that let go breath if that helped you to ground. Just connect to your breath. Nice deep breath. And all together, we'll take 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. One more. And exhale. And just bring them in and extend one leg at a time. And if you're feeling anything in your low back, bend the knees and windshield wiper a little before you go to Shavasana. This will release any tension in your low back. And then the legs can go long. Now, if this bothers your low back, that pillow can go right underneath your knees. Arms by your sides, palms face up, and close your eyes now. For a moment, I want you to feel like your body is melting in. If there's any tension in your low back, you can kind of push your sacrum away from you and even roll your glutes out and shake until you feel comfortable. And then close the eyes. And for just a couple moments of silence, we're going to breathe here. And I'll guide you out of Shavasana in just a moment. Now just begin to deepen your breath, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles. On an inhale, stretch your arms long. And exhale, hug your knees in, rock a little, and then eventually roll over to your right or left side, your preference. With the eyes still closed, just relax your body, stay connected to the earth. And then using your hands, push yourself back up to that easy seated pose. The eyes are closed, your hands are together at heart, recommitting to your intention. And all together, we'll take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, head moves towards the hands, allowing the mind to acknowledge the heart, the mind. Thanking yourself for your intention and thanking yourself for your practice today. May you all be happy, healthy, live with ease. And as always, the goodness in me honors and acknowledges the goodness in you, which is namaste. Slowly rise up, coming out. Now this would be if you have any oils and you would like to use them. Again, I offered a class with no essential oils today, but one of my favorite oils is Deep Blue Rub, and I'm going to offer you any questions you might have about that. Feel free to comment. But I would actually, after yoga, when I'm doing a deep stretch, I would take a little of my Deep Blue Rub and rub it into my hands, and I'm just going to show you where I would massage it here. So if you see here my sacrum, I would actually take my hands, massage it down. Even take my thumbs like this, and then I would massage up into my low back. So again, you massage down the sacrum, you massage up the low back. Now, this feels good even without any oils. You want to feel like you're massaging down the sacrum and up the low back. There's two muscles here called your QL, quadratus lumborum. They're on both sides of your lumbar spine. They're very thick bricks. So when you massage up, it allows them to find length coming on up. And then what I would actually also do is if I want to use a little of that oil again, I would massage my quadriceps because my hip flexors are tight too. But I actually take my hands and I would actually massage right down, both sides. So we have our quads here, but we have lateral quads, we have medial quads, we have your IT band. So if you actually take both hands and massage down, it'll help lengthen and work out all those hip flexor areas. Then I do the same on the other side. Again, this is where you can just literally massage like this, or if you have something topical you want to use. great option. And then also what I love to do, some meridian taps on my legs. You go down the outsides and up the insides. And I do about 3 or so of those. And then I actually tap the glutes, get some blood circulation back. And we are ready to go, and our low back and our hip flexors should feel fantastic. If you have any questions about low back yoga, also about some body work that I actually do, as well as I have been guiding my clients in virtual wellness opportunities, where I do something like this, where we go through a yoga class together. I have them order products they might need. We do energy clearing work. We do deep tissue release work, as well as some physical and mental emotional support. If you're interested in that and want to learn more about what an energy clearing wellness session could be virtually for you, please feel free to reach out, comment. You can comment below. You can send me a message privately, whatever works for you. I would love to support you in any way possible.